Hey guys, it's me here with the bad opinion. And about 2 days ago, I saw Alita Battle Angel. Uh, a bit of a not a strange movie, but the it's it's a movie that's come out in a strange time. You got like this Captain Marvel movie coming out. You got a lot of people for it, a lot of people against it, and Alita just kind of seemed pushed aside in all of this. Like as like a wannabe Avatar kind of movie or something. The official reviews that came out weren't that good. And the first I didn't know anything about the manga because it's based off a Japanese manga. So right there, that's a red flag. Stay away from this film. They're gonna botch up an amazing manga story from Japan again. And I didn't know anything about the manga anyway to start with. First time I saw anything about it, I was in Singapore at the train station, and they had these posters, like up for where you're waiting for the trains, and I see this girl with like these massive eyes, I was like, that's kind of creepy, and then she's kind of sexy at the same time. I was like, God, this movie can't be good. So you got like over the top large eyes, and then a kind of weird, sexy body that, as a man, you don't know what to think. You don't know how to feel about it. So after that, I just started calling it Battle Sex Angel because I thought it was just kind of pandering to like, weird sexual desires that some guys might have of like a super strong cyborg sex pet. Or I don't look. Okay, I judged it way too hard, and I'm sorry. But then after that, I read the official views, official reviews online, and I was like 50%, 60%. Not good reviews. Saying it's like just a CGI fest, a bit heartless and all this. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, my brother wanted to go see it, so I was like, okay, so I'll look up the trailer properly, have a look. The trailer looked all right, um, but it's hard to tell from a trailer. A movie can go any kind of way. But then I looked at the comments of the YouTube, and all the comments were great. Like hundreds and thousands people were just saying, I just watched this movie and it blew my mind. Way above any expectations I had. Absolutely loved it. So I was like, okay. So that raised my expectations, and I went to see it with my brother. And I was telling my brother when we we're waiting outside to get the tickets, I was like, my expectations for this movie is that it's going to have cool action scenes, it's going to have some cool stuff in it, but it's going to be plugged down by like a predictable plot and a chunky, uh, awkward dialogue. Like people trying to say lines that they wouldn't normally say kind of movie. So that was my expectation. And that, I mean, to me, that's still a fun movie. No movie's perfect and it can be pulled down by like a dialogue or something. But if there's something there that you just go, oh, that's cool, that's amazing. You can still have a movie from that. But I went in and I saw it and oh my God, it blew my mind. It's so good. It's not a perfect movie. First off, I want to put it out there. It's not a perfect movie, but neither is Star Wars. Neither is the original Star Wars trilogy. There's nothing perfect about the original Star Wars trilogy, but it's amazing. Okay, the same thing with Alita. Okay, well, let's get the cons out of the way. All right, the cons I can think of, is occasionally the CGI is just too obvious. You look at it and you're like, yes, this is CGI. This is done on a computer. That was one thing, but we're still limited. CGI still has a long way to go. Especially if you want to blend it in with real sets and real characters, and the movie did use real sets, so that's why it was extra hard to blend it in. But on top of that, some of the sets did feel like movie sets. There was one scene, and one specific set I noticed in the movie where it just felt, I don't know if they screwed the filters up when they were editing it together and trying to get the filters so every shot looks the same, like it's in the same world. I don't know if they screwed that up or if it was just a poorly made set, but you could kind of feel the film crew, on the outskirts of the set looking in on the characters and filming it. You can almost hear the director breathing. So that's another negative thing. The last negative thing was there's probably two more negative things. Another negative thing was some of the characters were a bit bland. Pretty much her love interest. The guy, she kind of falls in love with in the movie. He's a bit bland as a character. Maybe it's the actor, and maybe he didn't have much to work with the script. And that gets me to my fourth point, which was the script wasn't super amazing, but it was a lot better than it could have been. The script could have been a lot worse, so maybe this should be a pro point for it, and I should say that the script was really good. I don't know, but the script wasn't overdone. It was simple script, and humans just saying like normal things to each other. It didn't sound like an amazing line from a movie. You know, that's one of my pet peeves is when people try and write awesome scripts and they just end up with movie scripts, and it doesn't feel real. It feels like they're reading a movie script. You know, you can have the reverse effect of trying too hard. But in this case, the dialogue was simple, straightforward, and it felt like things that people would say in all these situations to a degree. Now back to this weak. Male love interest that Alita has in the movie. Although I say he wasn't 100% in how he came across, the amazing thing about this movie, Alita, the amazing thing is that Alita's facial expressions and her emotion and what she conveys through her eyes and the voice acting is good on Alita. It's really good. You fall in love with her. Yeah, I don't know if I wanted to be my girlfriend or my daughter, or I don't know if I just wanted her to be like my ally when I fight beside her. Like, I don't know. It stirs up a lot of emotion in me. But the voice acting and her emotion in her face and her lines make up for shortcomings in characters around her in the movie, which blew my mind. It's not a lot that you see that in a movie that a character can carry. So I'm talking like it's a computer game or something, but she carried the other characters so well and made up for them. It's strange. Well, if you see the movie, you understand. Anyway, so they're the main four negatives I got out of the film. The story wasn't overly predictable because there was a couple of ways it could have gone, and there was a couple of scenes where I was like, I'm not sure how this is going to end. Which, if I can get that in a movie, I'm happy. Like, there's so many other films out there, especially Marvel films. I won't get into that now, but there's so many other films out there where it's just too predictable all the time. Alita wasn't overly predictable. It wasn't like, oh my god, this ending or whatever. But storyline was fine. It didn't have a problem with it. But getting into what made this movie amazing, just the action, and it's just fun. It's so fun. Oh my god. And okay, we've got this whole thing happening at this moment about women empowerment and female leads. This had nothing of that in it, but at the same time, like I'm a male in my 20s, right? I wanted to be a leader. I was like, there's a scene where she's punching at the mirror, doing like all these like kung fu inspired like martial arts moves, and she's got so much emotion and passion inside her, and she's it made my my heart was racing. It's like, I want to go home and do that to her mirror, like try some moves out or something. It's strange, and it also made me think like it made me realize that I've no problem with looking up to a female hero. So I don't know, the modern agenda can kind of make you think that the reason you don't like a female hero in a movie is because you're sexist, you hate women. But seeing this movie, no way, bro, she's so good. I just wanted to be her. I wanted to be friends with her. I wanted to be her dad. I wanted to be her. I wanted to fight alongside her. Anything. She's so cool. And it's because it's just a thorough character, and every time you look at it, you see more, that you see different layers, different dimensions of this character, Alita. Even in these scenes where you can kind of tell it's the CGI isn't perfect, or it kind of looks like a really good cutscene from a game or something. Even in then, Alita just kind of carries it through. And then you just got these amazing action scenes where she's not going to die. The main character's not going to die in this movie, but you're still on the edge of your seat. You still want to know what happens. You still want to know how it goes down, and you want her to kick ass so much. Every scene when you see like a bad guy or a suspicious guy or someone come out, and you're like, oh, it's about to go down. The leader's about to go crazy on him. and you're rooting for like every punch she connects, every attack she does. You're like, damn, that's right. I mean, you root for her more than you do for your favorite sports person or your favorite soccer team. It's crazy. I didn't think it would do that to me. I was caught off guard a lot in this movie, and it's strange because, I mean, this video is technically supposed to be a movie review, but it's strange because I want to give this movie like 100%. But as I said, there's a couple of things that aren't perfect in it. So that would cause you obviously to give less than 100% of a rating. But at the same time, like, I haven't felt like this from a movie in years, in a long time. I cried from awesomeness. I didn't cry because it was sad or, you know, there was like not because of scenes like that. I just cried because it's just so awesome. She's just so cool. I was like, I'm just glad this thing exists. This cyborg exists, or whatever you call her. Like, even though she's a fictional character, I'm glad something like this exists. That's why I cried. So it's it's strange to try and rate a movie that does that much for you, but also has obvious flaws, a couple of them. But I can't bring myself to give it less than 100%. But at the same time, it's a flawed movie. Yeah, I hope you can understand my dilemma, or like at least understand what I'm trying to say here. This is the same thing I have with the original Star Wars trilogy. I mean, there's questionable things in it, and there's CGI not CGI, but there's special effects that isn't perfect, acting that isn't perfect. But at the same time, it's Star Wars, and it's such a big thing in your life that you can't give it any less than 100%. So you're stuck with, I mean, yes, overall, there's movies better made than Star Wars. There's movies better made than Alita overall. But these movies also, while not being perfect, go up and beyond, at all these other perfect movies. It's maybe a strange way of putting it, a strange way of wording it, but I want to put this video out there to see how other people feel about this, whether this movie did the same kind of thing for them as it did for me. Who knows? But anyway, that's my movie review of Alita. Go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it again at cinemas, and I don't normally watch a movie twice in cinemas. It's amazing, and it's just cool. It made me just want to work hard at life, to be a cool person, like to be someone that someone looks at me and is like, that guy is awesome. I don't know, gave me hope and reignited dreams in me. Okay, if you let me go, I'm gonna just keep on talking on too much. But that's my review. I recommend it to anyone that hasn't seen it. Check it out. Let me know in the comments if you had a similar experience, or if you disagree. If it's fine for you to disagree with what I'm saying. But that's the bad opinion. Anyway, in this channel, I'll give a lot of opinions on things, and sometimes they might not be the best opinion. So that's why it's called the bad opinion. I'd tell you to leave a like and subscribe, but to be honest, I really don't care. Do what you want. Thanks for watching or listening, guys. Have fun.